I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh God. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I just need let me just make sure it's working on the TV right here. Oh man, I'm such a stinking idiot. Oh no. Oh God. Oh. Let's see if it's working now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yep, okay. Audio's working now. Damn it. I really should have. Again, I am so sorry, people. Damn it. Well, let's just start from the beginning, shall we? Like, damn it. There we go. Ooh, look at the Hannahcast. It's the Hannahcast, everybody. Woohoo! Yeah! Welcome to the Hannahcast, everybody! Yeah, oh man, do you like this intro? I like this intro. It's cool. Yay, it's a cool intro. Ooh, wow. It's the 16th episode of the Hannahcast. No, 17th. Damn it, I keep getting everything wrong. Why? Why am I such a freaking idiot? Yeah. Woohoo, Hannahcast. Woohoo, yeah. Let's get some clap emojis in the chat, everybody. Yeah. Yay. Alright. Okay. Where do I start now? Okay. Here's how things are going to run today. How things are going to run in the Hannahcast moving forward. Let me just... Oh, look at the Hannahcast. It's the Hannahcast, everybody. Woohoo! Oh, yep. Alright. Regarding the chat, regarding answering your chat questions or chat comments, I'm going to save those for the end, or at least for after the main event and whatnot, which is the Nerdy Movie Awards, which, hey, welcome to the 6th annual Nerdy Movie Awards, everybody. Woohoo, let's get some clap emojis in the chat, everybody. Let's get some clap emojis. I'm just trash. I'm just YouTube trash. But, yeah, today we're going to be announcing the winners for the 6th annual Nerdy Movie Awards. The award show that I've been doing for 6 years now, if 6th annual wasn't really obvious enough. So yeah. This is the first time I'm doing it live, but anyways, back to the chat questions. I'm going to be saving the chat questions for after the Nerdy Movie Awards, and you know, for the rest of the Hannahcast episodes, and when we do them live, I'm going to save the questions for after after the main event. It'll still be on this stream. It's still going to be part of the Hannahcast. It's just I want to get through the main stuff first, and then take the questions, so that we can have this run smoothly, so that we can have this, so that we can, like I said, it can run smoothly. I don't have to keep interrupting myself, read questions. Now talk about reading questions. It's like, I just think it'll make it a lot easier for all of us. Also, along with that, we've hit 500 subscribers! Woohoo! Yes, clap emojis in the chat. Let's see if those clap emojis are in the chat. Yeah. Yes, there you go, Pokesaurus. Woohoo. Yeah, we've hit 500 subscribers. We are halfway to 1,000 subscribers. Halfway until you guys are able to start sending super chats. And even if you don't have money, you can start getting Google Play points through this thing called Google Rewards. It's an app, it's a phone app, and basically you just answer survey questions and they just give you Google Play points, which apparently, as of recently, you can use those for super chats, which will support me, it'll support the channel, but again, if you can't, but yeah, so I'm really excited about that. We're just so close to be able to do the super chat thing, and just getting revenue off of YouTube in general. And also, let me just, alright, yeah, another thing I want to mention, as you can see here, there's a few little buttons right here. There's a Patreon button right here, patreon.com/ChristianTylerHannah. Click that, and you can get Patreon perks. For $1 a month, you can have your name in the beginning of my videos. Wait, shit! I just realized I didn't put the name in the beginning of this. The name of the beginning of this one. Shit. All right. Hold on. See Kent Good. I think it's Good. There you go. See Kent Good. Woohoo! Yeah, he's a Patreon supporter. For $2 a month, you can have your name in the beginning of my videos, or for $5 a month, which is, I think it's $5 a month. I think it's $5. Or the second tier being $5. Let me just make sure if I'm right here, because I don't want to look like a friggin' idiot. I'm assuming it's $5, yeah. And for for $1 a month, you can have your name in the beginning of my videos. And in the beginning of my videos. For $2, you can have your name in the beginning of my videos. And for $5, you can get that plus all the other Patreon exclusives. That being, the Hannahcast After Show, the Hannahcast audio only version. You can get, and I'm going to be making some content to go directly to the Christian's Reviews Patreon page. So, yeah, there's also that. Also, while you're here, click subscribe. Click that subscribe button. You see that red button down there? Yeah, click it. Click it. I want you to click the button! Ah! But yeah, click that subscribe button so you can be notified of my videos. And especially if you want to be really notified of my videos coming up, then click the bell icon. I should probably put a bell right there. I should probably do that for next time. But yeah, click the bell icon so you can be notified for future videos, future live streams and whatnot, just all of the cool stuff. Also, we have a Stream Elements tip link, which I don't have to get to 1,000 subscribers to get. You can just tip me at least $5 on streamelements.com/ChristiansReviews/tip, and you can, you can send me a tip, which I will actually get the vast majority of of the revenue from that. And again, you're supporting the channel, which is great. Also, I have a Twitter right here, Mr. C. Hannah. I have a Twitter. If you want to follow me on my, you'll mostly what you'll see from my Twitter is just me arguing with people. Especially or at least well, not really trying. I don't try to argue with people, but it's whenever it's like whenever I see someone making a statement that's just that's not a good statement, and then they just start getting hostile. So I don't know. If you want to see if you want to see my misadventures when it comes to that, yeah, follow me on Twitter, and also I get a little bit political. Yeah. So there's that. Anyway, guys. Oh yeah. Also. If you see this little bar down here with the little, if you see the little bar down here, that will show things like subscriptions, tips. Well, I mean, you can't really do super chats now, but yeah, they will show up right there. So we have a couple of those right there. So yeah. Anyway, guys, so I say let's get on with the Nerdy Movie Awards, right? Yeah. Oh, PokeSource has the I don't know what's going on there in the chat. But anyways, yeah. Let's get on with our first category, which is Best Original Song. And your nominees are I Can't Let You Throw Yourself Away from Toy Story 4. I'm Gonna Love Me Again from Rocket Man. Into the Unknown from Frozen 2. And Spirit from The Lion King. Oh yeah, and Stand Up from Harriet. And hold on, let's see if this is going well. Let's get on with our first hold on, I'm just trying to make sure it's all going well and it sounds good. I Can't Let You Throw Yourself Away from Toy Story. Alright, cool. Anyways, your winner for Best Original Song is Spirit from The Lion King. Let's get some claps. Let's get some claps in there. Yeah. Spirit from The Lion King, oh yeah, by the way, I should keep in mind, you guys voted for the winners, not me. You guys voted for the winners. So this is all you guys' choice. Spirit was a really good song. My choice would have been really close between I'm Gonna Love Me Again from Rocket Man and Into the Unknown from Frozen 2, but I'm not gonna complain about Spirit winning, because that was a really good song. So yeah, guys, let's yeah, it's a big preach. Big preach. Big preach. Okay, Media Store. The Media Store says, F the Oscars. Nah, let's not go there. Let's not go there. I know I'm not really, I'm not trying to, I know I'm going to try to read the comments around the end of this, but I'm just trying to check up on you guys and see what's going on. Let's not diss other award shows just to put mine up. Let's not do that. We're better than that. The and look, the Oscars are important. They are the most important movie award show in history. It's 92 years old. It's very important. Granted, I still will always bitch and complain about The Lion King not winning Best Visual Effects, and the Oscars do have their problems. But let's be honest, this is just the Nerdy Movie Awards is just something fun. It's just something fun I do. It's just I'm not one for actually bashing other award shows for the sake of mine. So if we can keep things nice and whatnot, then so yeah. Anyways, now we get to our second category, which is Best Original Score, like the music you hear in movies. So, yeah. And your nominees are 1917, Thomas Newman. Avengers Endgame, Alan Silvestri. Joker, Hildur Guðnadóttir. Little Women, Alexandra Desplat. And Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, John Williams. And the winner for Best Original Score goes to Avengers Endgame, Alan Silvestri. Not gonna lie. 1917. Yeah. My choice would have actually been, Joker. Because, I thought Joker had an amazing, that score was haunting. Although I'm not going to complain that much about Avengers Endgame, because Avengers Endgame has, some of the best music of the MCU. Especially during the portal scene and the end credits. That was all really good. Also, let's not give any spoilers away in the comments, okay? Let's not give any spoilers away. I know these movies are a year old, but still. Let's be kind. Let's not give away spoilers, because some people don't have the money to see these movies yet. Alright? If we can do that, if we can be nice and whatnot, be considerate of others, then that would be really swell. That would be really swell. Okay, I gotta refrain from answering questions in the chat, because I gotta save that for the end. So anyways, yeah. But anyways, guys, Avengers Endgame won Best Original Score. Again, I'm not gonna complain about that. Again, my choice would have been Joker, but that's perfectly fine. And now, we get to our next category, which is, Best Soundtrack. The songs you hear in the movie and whatnot. The overall songs. And so, your nominees for Best Soundtrack are Aladdin, Frozen 2, sorry. The Lego Movie 2, the second part. The Lion King. Rocket Man. And the winner for Best Soundtrack is Rocket Man. Not gonna lie, I was a little bit surprised over this, because The Lion King was really big, and especially Aladdin. Even though critics didn't really seem to like Aladdin, which is perfectly fine. Let's not trash the critics here. Some audiences, quite a bit of them seem to like Aladdin, but no, Rocket Man won. Rocket Man definitely had some good numbers, especially the rendition of "I'm Still Standing." It was brilliant. I love that. But anyways, so yeah, guys, that's your winner for Best Soundtrack, Rocket Man. And now we get to the sound categories, sound mixing and sound editing. First, we're going to get into sound mixing. Sound mixing is basically the conglomeration of all the sounds you hear in the movie. The dialogue, the music, silence, sound effects, all that kind of stuff. So how well does it all mesh together? And so your nominees are 1917, Avengers Endgame, Ford v Ferrari, Joker, The Lion King. And your winner for Best Sound Mixing is 1917. Let's get some clap emojis in there. This would have been my choice. 1917 was definitely my choice for Best Sound Mixing, because I just, the way all of the sounds just meshed together, I thought was so brilliant. Especially with, the battles, the whole battle scene where he's running, and it's oh god, it's just so perfect the way all those sounds mixed together. I thought it was brilliant. So yeah, guys, that's that's your winner for best sound mixing, 1917. And now we're going to get into sound editing, which is pretty much best sound effects, but best sound editing just sounds a little cooler. So yeah, sound editing, pretty much, like I said, pretty much the sound effects you hear. Your nominees for best sound editing are 1917, Ford v Ferrari, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, and Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. And the winner for best sound editing is 1917, again. I would have probably given sound editing to Ford v Ferrari, but again, I'm not going to complain about 1917. 1917 had some incredible sound effects and sound editing. Like 1917 just overall was just a really pretty sounding film. So yeah, guys. And now we get to my favorite category of the evening, which is best visual effects. Which one of these movies will come out on top out of the movies that you guys voted for? Which one came out on top? Spoilers for Avengers Endgame, just saying. Like, just cover your if you haven't seen Endgame, just cover your eyes and I'll tell you when you can look. Avengers Endgame. You can look now. Gemini Man. The Irishman. The Lion King. Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. And there you are, guys. Those are your nominees for Best Visual Effects. Who's going to win? Who's going to come out on top? What are you guys going to say? The winner for Best Visual Effects is The Lion King! Woo! Yeah! There we go. That's how you do it. Ah, boy. Well, I got it, how happy am I right now? I feel very proud. See, this is what happens when you guys watch how they did the visual effects. This is how you this is what happens. You're more... Oh, and by the... Yeah, this is what happens when you guys watch the visual effects breakdowns and see how they did it. And The Lion King, this entire film was built on a computer. Even, some of you may think it might be just the animals and whatnot. That it might just be the animals that are visual effects and the fur and whatnot. No. The entire world was CGI. This is just as much of an animated movie as Shrek was, except it looks real. That entire film was built on a computer. And I really, this was one of the most groundbreaking visual effects achievements we've ever seen in our entire lives. This takes animated movies to the next level. This takes animated movies, to where we can actually see them as real. Like, now we can, like, and apparently they're going to do the same thing with Bambi. Like, Disney's going to do a remake of Bambi with this same technology, and I can't wait. So, yes, that's how you do it. The Lion King wins Best Visual Effects. Let's get some clap emotes there. Let's get some clap emotes. The Lion King, and NPC, the visual effects company that did the visual effects for The Lion King, well deserved. And that's MPC. M, as in man, P as in pineapples, and C as in, well, Christian. So yeah, let's give some big preaches to MPC. This is, yes, I am so happy for this. So, yeah, that's Best Visual Effects. The winner is The Lion King. Again, some other really great nominees, too. Avengers Endgame had some really cool effects. Gemini Man and The Irishman made really good digital humans, especially with Gemini Man, and the fact that the entirety of Will Smith was CGI at times. I mean, well, the older Will Smith was sometimes CGI, but young Will Smith in the movie was always CGI. Like, even his clothes, which... absolutely insane. And Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, even though I don't like that movie, let's not deny, that movie also had some great visual effects, but yes, big preach to The Lion King. Big preach. Big preach to The Lion King. And now, we get to our next category, Best Hair and Makeup. And your nominees are... Bombshell, Hellboy, The Irishman, Joker, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, and the winner for Best Hair and Makeup is Hellboy. Now, yeah, I don't have a problem with Hellboy winning. Even though I thought the movie was terrible, the movie had some really good makeup as well. My choice would have been Bombshell, because when you look at how they made Charlize Theron look like Megyn Kelly, good God, that looked scary good. But again, I'm not going to complain about Hellboy. Hellboy had some really good makeup. They managed to recreate Hellboy for the modern age, even though the movie was terrible. But again, I don't have a problem with Hellboy winning. Because again, the category is not Best Movie. It's not it's not Best Movie, it's Best Makeup. So, I'm just trying to bounce everything back and forth here. So, yeah, now our next category is Best Costume Design. And your nominees for Best Costume Design are... Aladdin, Dolomite Is My Name, Dumbo, Midsommar, Rocket Man, and the winner for Best Costume Design is Aladdin. Let's get some clap emotes in there. Some clap emotes. My choice for Best Costume Design would have been Dolomite Is My Name. But I have no issue with Aladdin winning. Aladdin had some really good costumes. They really managed to take the animated movie and just bring it to life visually. And part of that is due to the costume designing. So yeah, I really again, my choice would have been Dolomite Is My Name, but I have no issue with Aladdin winning. So yeah, I'm just trying to read. I'm just trying to look through my stream right now. So yeah, guys, that's Best Costume Design. Our next category is Best Production Design. Now, if you don't know what production designing is the sets, like the rooms that they're in, or like, you know, anything they construct and whatnot. Like, you'll see what I mean. So yeah, guys, here are your nominees for Best Production Design. 1917, Aladdin, Midsommar, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite, and the winner for Best Production Design is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This was my choice. Production design, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for production design would have been my choice, because they didn't just take certain sections of Hollywood and make them look like they're from the 1960s. They did that to the entirety of Hollywood, and the scale of all that, like trying to do all of that, was just astounding. Now, and funny enough, when I was nominating these movies, Parasite, the reason why Parasite's on here, it may just look like it just looks like a regular house or whatnot. Oh, here's the thing. The entire house you see in Parasite, all of it, from the exterior to the interior, was built specifically for this movie. As if, it was built as if people could actually live in it. Which is amazing. So, yeah, and with 1917, once again, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the pure scale of the production designing was immaculate. It was like, holy God, that is a lot going on right now. Aladdin, it made Agrabah come to life. Midsommar made a really creepy and very intricate made very intricate and creepy sets and whatnot. But ultimately, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood takes the award, and this would have been my choice too. Anyways, now we get to film editing. I'm pretty sure you would know what film editing is. It's sort of like how the movie is cut together and whatnot. And so here are your nominees for Best Film Editing. 1917, Ford v Ferrari, The Irishman, Joker, Midsommar, and your winner for Best Film Editing is Joker. My choice would have probably been 1917, but I'm not going to complain about Joker winning, because Joker was edited so well to where it made you think it was going to go a certain direction, but then it doesn't. And everything, and showing, it's amazing how they, pull a fast one on you so much in this movie. And that's a large part due to the editing. And also, another great thing about Joker, there was not a single dull moment in Joker, in my opinion. That movie had the perfect length. It was just yes. It was just so smooth. There's nothing you could cut out. I thought all that was just brilliant. So, yeah. Again, looking through my stream and whatnot. So, yeah, guys, that's your winner for Best Film Editing, Joker. And now we get to the category of Best Cinematography. And if you know cinematography is pretty much, the camera work. Like, how they, the cameras and whatnot. Pretty sure it's cool. I think it is. So, yeah, here are your nominees for Best Cinematography. 1917. A Hidden Light, The Lighthouse, Midsommar, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, Alright, and your winner for Best Cinematography goes to 1917! Roger Deakins, like, yeah, 1917 was definitely deserved this award. It's really tough between this and The Lighthouse, but I think considering they tried to make this movie look like it was one shot, well, technically two shots, it's astounding how they were able to move the camera around in this movie. It's amazing, and it's so hard trying to organize so many people and whatnot into these shots. It's like, good God, how do you prepare for all this? And that's just a large part in due to a large part is due to the cinematography, which again I thought was just brilliant. So yeah. Now we're going to be getting into Best Female Voiceover or Motion Capture. You know, we all love voice actors, we all love the work they do, and some of them are celebrities, who knows. But these are your choices for Best Female Motion Capture or Voiceover. Damn it, I got that reversed. Kristen Bell, Frozen 2. Idina Menzel, Frozen 2. Annie Potts, Toy Story 4. Rosa Salazar, Alita Battle Angel. Shahadi Wright Joseph, The Lion King. And your winner for Best Female Voiceover or Motion Capture is Rosa Salazar for Alita Battle Angel. I'd say this is a pretty well-deserved win. Again, everyone in this category just did amazingly well. And, you know, like, Rosa Salazar's performance in that movie was great. She made you just instantly love this character and want to see her succeed. So, I thought Rosa Salazar did an amazing job. So, yeah. That's your winner for Best Female Voiceover or Motion Capture. Now we get to the guys. Best Male Voiceover or Motion Capture. And your nominees are Chiwetel Ejiofor, The Lion King. Tom Hanks, Toy Story 4. Ryan Reynolds, Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Seth Rogen, The Lion King. And Will Smith for Aladdin. Alright guys, and your winner for Best Male Voiceover or Motion Capture is Seth Rogen for The Lion King. Yeah, like, this was really tough between, at least if I were choosing, it would be really tough between Seth Rogen as Pumbaa in The Lion King and Will Smith as the genie in Aladdin. My choice would have probably been Will Smith as the, in Aladdin because, like, I mean, not only was his performance really entertaining and whatnot, but it was also, like, trying to, continue what Robin Williams did. Like, that's a really hard thing to accomplish, and he managed to make it all his own, and just really give a great performance as the genie. But again, I have no issues with Seth Rogen winning for The Lion King. This was, like, here's the funny thing, I actually had a fan casting thing on my Facebook. I was like, oh, it would be really cool if these guys were in these roles for the Lion King remake. And funny enough, two of my casting choices actually were chosen, which was John Oliver as Zazu and Seth Rogen as Pumbaa. Let's face it, who else could you have possibly gotten to play Pumbaa? Like, really, who else? Like, was there any other perfect casting for Pumbaa other than Seth Rogen? Again, my choice for this category would probably have been Will Smith, but I have no complaints over Seth Rogen winning. So, yeah. And now we get to Best Animated Film. And your nominees for Best Animated Film are Frozen 2, How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, Klaus, The Lion King, Toy Story 4, and your winner for Best Animated Film honestly shocked me. The Lion King. Not that this wouldn't have been my choice. Obviously, yeah, The Lion King would have been my choice, but I really thought people were going to be voting for, like, Toy Story 4 or something like that, or maybe Klaus. But no, The Lion King won, which, hey, again, that's my choice, so I'm not, or at least, like, that would have been my choice. I'm not the one who votes for the awards. Again, I gotta remind you that. I didn't vote for these categories. Everyone else did. But, I'm really glad The Lion King won. Again, never saw this coming. But, yeah, I really do, once again, I am pretty shocked. And some people are going to be wondering, but wait, this was a live-action movie. No, it wasn't. It wasn't live-action. It may look real, but this is indeed animated. This was indeed an animated movie. Because, I mean, everything in this movie, everything the light touches, was built on a computer. And some people will try and make the argument that, oh, but it was filmed with a camera rig, so it's not animated. I get, like, they're gonna try, like they'll say, it's actually filmed on a camera or whatnot, or at least like a digital camera. Like they're filming it like a live action movie, so it's live action. That's not really how live action and animated works. It's still an animated movie, regardless of how you like. It's not about how you make the movie or whatnot. Like it's not about how you make an animated movie. As long as everything in the movie was animated, it's still an animated movie. This was just a different way of doing an animated movie. Which again, and I feel like calling it live action, what's the best way I can describe it? It's like, it kind of undermines the work done by the visual effects artists. Because these guys pulled off what no other animated movie has ever done. Make an animated movie that looked so photorealistic that people actually have a debate as to whether or not it's animated or live action. So, yeah. I'm really glad The Lion King won. I'm honestly kind of shocked that it did. But, yeah. I do love, I do love this movie, and glad you guys voted for it. And so now we're gonna get into kind of a negative category. Most disappointing film. These are the movies that we were excited for, but then we were just like, oh, that wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. Or some of these were actually bad. So yeah, here are your nominees for most disappointing film. Dark Phoenix, Dumbo, Godzilla King of the Monsters, Hellboy, and Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. And your winner for most disappointing film. Again, not the worst movie of the year. It's not the worst movie of the year. Or at least I don't think it is. Like, that category will come later, worst picture. Like, that will come later. This is not the worst picture. This is just the biggest disappointment. Like, which one fell the most below your expectations? And you guys voted. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. And look, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I completely agree with this. I really wanted to like Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Hell, I still think The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi are the two best Star Wars movies ever made, in my opinion. And so, like, I had the highest of expectations for The Rise of Skywalker. But no. Disney chose to try to listen to the angry fanboys and compromise the story that they were going for. I just like, why would you do that? Now, some people will try and make the excuse of, oh, but we're the ones who pay for these movies. We the moviegoers pay for these movies, so they should listen to us. No, they shouldn't. That's called fanboy entitlement. That's called fanboy entitlement. Like, you're not the one who actually produces these movies. You're not the one, pulling money from your wallet to make these movies. You're paying money to go see it, But that's not the same thing as paying money to make it. You're not a producer. And like, again, and here's a simple thing: if they're not doing something you don't want them to do, then don't see the movie. They shouldn't have to bend their will. They shouldn't have to bend to your will. You're not a filmmaker. And again, I'm not talking to you guys specifically. I'm just talking about people in general. And it's like, what, like, it just frustrates me to no end. Like, audiences should not have say in what goes in movies. Look, I'll even go for a franchise I really hate: the Medea movies. I hate Tyler Perry's Medea movies, but I'm not gonna sit there and say and try to force Tyler Perry to change his vision. No, those are his movies. He has every right to make the Medea movies he wants to. And look, I hate them, but I can choose to go see them or not. That's my choice. But Tyler Perry shouldn't bend to my will to change the Medea movies to pander to whatever stupid ideas I have. And that's really what The Rise of Skywalker did. All it did was just do fan service that meant nothing, made no sense, and completely compromised the story that they were going for with it. And the proof is right there in the pudding. It got the worst reviews out of any live-action Star Wars movie, which even I wouldn't say it's that bad. Like, I still think Attack of the Clones and Phantom Menace are worse, but when you look on Rotten Tomatoes, it got the worst reviews out of any Star Wars movie, even more than those two. And it also made the least amount of money of this particular Star Wars trilogy: Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker. That's not to say it flopped. It still made $1 billion, so it made money, but it made the least amount of money of this trilogy. So, obviously, listening to the fanboys didn't help. I hope that, I feel like The Rise of Skywalker sets a bad precedent for movies in the future. That if fanboys scream hard enough, they can compromise a director or filmmaker's vision whenever they want. I am really scared of that. I'm really scared of that, because then that just means that art is completely useless, and that it's just products being dumped out of like a meat grinder. It's like, nothing's cool, nothing is imaginative, it's just like, because even a lot of the franchises still have some imagination in there. Aladdin had some imagination. The Lion King had some visual imagination. But Rise of Skywalker was just, like, none of that. It was so dull. It was so, like, just, ugh. I know I keep, I'm sorry if I keep, talking about Rise of Skywalker so much. It's just that this movie frustrates me to no end. Again, I don't think it's terrible. I think it's bad, but not terrible bad. But it's definitely bad enough. But anyways, guys, let's get to a positive category, which is Most Surprising Film. And your nominees are Dora and the Lost City of Gold, Fighting with My Family, The Kid Who Would Be King, Missing Link, Toy Story 4. I forgot to mention what Most Surprising Film is, in case all of you don't know. Most Surprising Film is basically the category where you thought it would probably suck, but it actually turned out to be pretty good, or even great, who knows. And you guys chose, for Most Surprising Film, Toy Story 4. Again, this wouldn't have been my choice, but I will say I was kind of surprised over Toy Story 4, because after Toy Story 3, no one was asking for another Toy Story movie. No one. Why would anybody want another Toy Story movie? But this just shows that you should very rarely doubt Pixar, because Toy Story 4 was great. And my choice would have been Dora and the Lost City of Gold, which, that movie, honestly, and keep in mind, this was back when the Sonic trailer still had that weird design. I thought Dora was going to be worse than Sonic. But no, it actually turned out to be really good. Hell, I think it's even better than Sonic. Or at least, I mean, granted, Sonic is better than we thought it was going to be too, but, you know, I thought, like, Dora and the Lost City of Gold looked terrible, and it actually was really, really funny. Like, really funny. But again, I'm not going to complain about Toy Story 4 winning. And again, some people might be surprised over Missing Link, but honestly, I thought Missing Link was going to suck. I really didn't like the trailer for that movie. I was like, oh god, this is your follow-up to Kubo and the Two Strings. Watched it, and it was great! So again, this just shows, you know, don't judge a book by its cover, you gotta watch it. So yeah. And now we're going to get into most underrated film. This is a film that either flopped in the box office, or was just not well received at all. And so yeah, here are your nominees for most underrated film. Aladdin, Glass, The Lion King, Missing Link, Rambo: Last Blood, and your winner for most underrated film is Glass. Honestly, I'm a little bit surprised because, like, I thought my choice would have, of course, been The Lion King, but I thought Aladdin was going to win this, or maybe Missing Link, but no, Glass won this. The sequel to both Unbreakable and Split, yeah. Because honestly, I didn't think this movie was as bad as everyone says it was. I thought, again, I did have some problems. I had some problems. Like, I didn't like the portrayal of comic book nerds. Like, it was like, oh god, you guys, it's like Big Bang Theory level kind of stuff. But everything else I was very invested in. I even thought the ending was really intriguing. Yeah. Glass is you guys' winner for most underrated film. And now we're going to get to another negative category, most overrated film. Which is pretty much, these movies, we didn't think they were as great as everyone says they were. Some of them can still be good, but they don't think they were as good as some other people said they were. Or hell, maybe you thought these movies were bad and yet everyone else loved them. Now I will say, when it comes to the box office, it doesn't really apply to overrated, like a movie that made more money than you wanted it to. That doesn't really apply here, because, like, the definition of overrated is along the lines of, you know, a movie gets more praise than it's deserving. Well, you can't, and the reason why I apply box office to underrated and not overrated is because, like, well, you can't really praise a movie if you haven't seen it, so which is why I put that into consideration for underrated. But, you're not praising a movie by seeing it. I mean, yeah, it's making money, but you could still come out of a movie that made a lot of money, and not like it. So, no, these are the movies that we didn't think, these movies are the movies that we didn't think they were anywhere near as good as everyone says they were. But, yeah. Here are your nominees for most overrated movie or film. I Lost My Body, John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, The Report, Spider-Man Far From Home, Us, and your winner for most overrated film of 2019 is I Lost My Body. Again, I'm a little bit surprised. I Lost My Body would have been my choice. I thought it was very boring, very dull, and didn't really make sense a lot of the time. And again, not all these movies are bad. I like John Wick Chapter 3, I like Spider-Man Far From Home, and I like Us. Do I think they were, like, as great as everyone says they were? Not really. I thought John Wick Chapter 3 was just kind of a brainless action movie. Again, had some very good action, but it didn't really, like, there was nothing really meaty to it. Spider-Man Far From Home, I thought was okay, but it was just like, It was a very kind of basic Spider-Man movie. There was nothing really like, whoa! And even in visual effects wise, it was very weak in my opinion. Because like, again, in a comic book superhero movie, uh, again, in a comic book superhero movie, you kind of want the visual effects and action to be to be really cool, and they just weren't for Spider-Man: Far From Home. So, and with us, I liked the movie. I liked Us, but however, the ending just really fell apart in my opinion. It's just, although it was like, it didn't make any, like, the ending for Us just made no sense. And it did kind of hurt the movie a bit. But yeah, again, I'm surprised everyone voted for, I'm surprised people voted for I Lost My Body. Again, that would have been my choice. Again, I thought it was really boring and dull, and again, didn't really make any sense. Yeah, that's your winner for most overrated film. And now we get to probably the most negative category of the evening. Worst Picture. And your nominees are After, Arctic Dogs, The Haunting of Sharon Tate, Norm of the North, Keys to the Kingdom, Unplanned. And the winner for Worst Picture of the Year is Norm of the North, Keys to the Kingdom. My choice for this, Norm of the North, Keys to the Kingdom would actually be my second choice. My number one choice, though, would have been Unplanned. That movie is just offensive. That movie's actually disgusting, horrid. And look, it's not for the faint of heart. It's a very disgusting movie. Made by a disgusting company, Pureflix, in their first R-rated feature. And, like, I'm not gonna get into too much of the specifics of what Unplanned is about, but all I will say is that, they decided, like, Pureflix complained about, you know, when Unplanned received an R rating, you know, Pureflix tried to make the excuse of, oh, they're trying to silence us. You guys are trying to silence what we put in our movies. No, like it's R-rated because it treats Planned Parenthood as Texas Chainsaw Massacre and shit. Like, it's actually disgusting. And even medical experts say that, nope, that's not a lot, like, some of that's not how it works. The true story behind it is very deceptive, which, look, I'm usually okay with changing things, but, this is, like, some major shit to know about, the lead character. And so it's like the movie literally misled you to believe some certain things. But again, I'm not going to complain about Norm of the North, Keys to the Kingdom being the winner here. It's a very stupid movie. It's worse than the first one in my opinion. Yeah, who knew that you could actually get worse than who knew you could actually get worse than an already F grade movie. So, yeah. And now we get some positive categories. And now, our next category is Best Villain. Who are the best bad guys of the year? Here are your nominees. Chiwetel Ejiofor, The Lion King. James McAvoy, Glass. Lupita Nyong'o, Us. Joaquin Phoenix, Joker. Taika Waititi, Jojo Rabbit. Alright, guys. And your winner for Best Villain is Joaquin Phoenix for Joker. This would have been my choice. Like, Joaquin Phoenix, like, this movie is pretty much about the villain. I mean, not pretty much, it is about the villain. You're seeing a guy driven to madness, and he just becomes, like, a murderer and whatnot. Which, that's not a spoiler, because, like, you know who the Joker is. Like, you know what the Joker does. But but this movie was a great examination of how mental illness can go if it's not unchecked and like not taken care of, and like taken care of properly, not like in a bad way, just like you need to help these people. Joaquin Phoenix in Joker was terrifying. He's so good as the Joker that for the longest time people always said Heath Ledger could never be matched. Joaquin Phoenix is the closest that anyone's gotten to matching Heath Ledger. And people actually still have this debate. I'm not going to have that debate because I feel like they're two very different kinds of Jokers. But still. Yeah, that's your winner for Best Villain, Joaquin Phoenix, for Joker. And now, our next category is going to be celebrating the women heroes of the world. Because, strong females. I'm making this sound like I'm being sarcastic. No, it's actually a really cool thing. It's like we're seeing more women representation as heroes in movies, and the Nerdy Movie Awards just reflects that. And so here are your nominees for Best Female Hero. Halle Berry, John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. Cynthia Erivo, Harriet. Scarlett Johansson, Avengers Endgame. Idina Menzel, Frozen 2. Rosa Salazar, Alita Battle Angel. And your winner for Best Female Hero is Rosa Salazar for Alita Battle Angel. This is her second award of the night. And she really was a very likable and lovable hero. Like, she was badass when she needed to be, but she was also sweet and kind when she needed to be. She was just a very well-written character, and very well acted by Rosa Salazar. So, yeah, guys, that's your winner for Best Female Hero, Rosa Salazar for Alita Battle Angel. So, yeah. And now we're going to get into the male heroes and whatnot. Here are your nominees for Best Male Hero. Robert Downey Jr., Avengers Endgame. Chris Evans, Avengers Endgame. Donald Glover, The Lion King. Chris Hemsworth, Avengers Endgame. And Keanu Reeves for John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. And your winner for Best Male Hero is Robert Downey Jr. for Avengers Endgame. Once again, I'm a little bit shocked. I thought Keanu was going to win this, but I'm not gonna lie. Robert Downey Jr. would have been my choice too. Again, like this was 11 years in the making. This was 11 years in the making, and his character grew so much throughout those 11 years, throughout so many different movies. And hell, I've been actually, binging the MCU movies recently, and it's just amazing to see where he's come at this point. And, yeah, what better way to honor 11 years of work than to award Robert Downey Jr. Best Male Hero. And so, yeah. And now we get to the next category, Best Ensemble. Which cast was the best? Well, here are your nominees. Avengers Endgame. Knives Out. The Lion King. Little Women. Parasite. And your winner for Best Ensemble is Avengers Endgame. My choice would... That's a very good choice. My choice would have been The Lion King because it was pretty much a cast match made in heaven. Like, it was awesome. And Knives Out also had a great cast as well that worked so well off of each other. But, I mean, but Avengers Endgame, I'm not going to say it doesn't deserve it. I mean, hell, I nominated it. But you guys chose, and you guys chose the winner. And your winner for Best Ensemble is Avengers Endgame. And so we're getting into some of the closer to home categories now. Now we're getting into Best Supporting Actress. I don't really have much to say for that. Here are the nominees. Kathy Bates, Richard Jewell. Scarlett Johansson, Jojo Rabbit. Jennifer Lopez, Hustlers. Florence Pugh, Little Women. Zhao Shuzhen, The Farewell. And your winner for Best Supporting Actress is Scarlett Johansson for Jojo Rabbit. Yay! Oh man, sorry, I've been going on for about an hour right now. So yeah. But I'm not gonna complain about this. My choice would have been really close between Kathy Bates for Richard Jewell and Florence Pugh for Little Women. Again, Florence Pugh's performance was so complex and whatnot, but at the same time, Kathy Bates nearly made me cry. In Richard Jewell, she was so good in that. But yeah, again, I'm not gonna complain about Scarlett Johansson. She simultaneously played someone almost like this comedic character, but also with such heart and such warmth. And again, I'm not going to complain about that. She was great. And now we get to, well, it's probably for me one of the toughest categories to nominate, Best Supporting Actor. And even then, I have a nomination that I would probably swap out for another one, but too late now. Anyways, here are your nominees for Best Supporting Actor. Willem Dafoe, The Lighthouse. Tom Hanks, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Song Kang-ho, Parasite. Al Pacino, The Irishman. Joe Pesci, The Irishman. And yeah, guys, those were your nominees for Best Supporting Actor. Who's gonna win it? Well, your winner is Tom Hanks for A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Again, I was a little bit surprised. I thought Willem Dafoe was gonna win this, and he came close to winning. It was actually really close. But Tom Hanks would have been my choice too. He just so perfectly embodied Mr. Rogers. To where, I kind of forgot I was watching Tom Hanks at one point. He plays it so well. I don't know how he did it. But yeah, guys, Tom Hanks is your choice for Best Supporting Actor. And now we're going to get into Best Leading Actress, Best Actress. Who's going to win this? Well, let's see. And your nominees are Awkwafina, The Farewell. Cynthia Erivo, Harriet. Scarlett Johansson, Marriage Story. Damn it. Saoirse Ronan, Little Women. Renee Zellweger, Judy. And your winner for Best Actress is Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story. I would definitely agree with this. I definitely agree with this. I thought she was fantastic in Marriage Story. She showed way more range than I thought she was capable of. I mean, I thought she was a really good actress already, especially in the movie Her. But good God, she nearly made, she and Adam Driver in Marriage Story almost made me cry during this one scene, and you'll know what scene I'm talking about. And it is just so heart-wrenching. And that's really due to Scarlett Johansson's performance. Or at least, like, when I'm praising her performance. You know what I mean. But yeah, Scarlett Johansson I thought was great in Marriage Story. She really couldn't have been any better. And this is definitely her... I would definitely say this is her best performance as of yet. And now, we get to Best Leading Actor. Who's gonna take it? Let's find out. Nominees, please. Leonardo DiCaprio for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Adam Driver for Marriage Story. Taron Egerton for Rocketman. Joaquin Phoenix for Joker. Adam Sandler for Uncut Gems. And your winner for Best Lead Actor is... Let me pull it up. Joaquin Phoenix in Joker. Again, this is also another category where I kind of wish I would have probably swapped out Taron Egerton in favor of Jonathan Pryce for The Two Popes. But again, I can't change it now. But even then, Joaquin Phoenix would have been my choice. Like, I mean, I kind of expected Joaquin Phoenix to win this. Like, really, I kind of expected him to win this. But again, he just took this role to a whole new level. Like, he was scary in this movie. And he was so complex. And Adam Sandler for Uncut Gems. Good God. Who knew that I've always known Adam Sandler was a great actor. And, like, Uncut Gems is just proof of that. But again, Joaquin Phoenix was just amazing in Joker. I thought he was fantastic. And so, yeah. Now we're getting into some of the closer categories. Now we're going to get into Best Adapted Screenplay. If you don't know what adapted screenplay is, it means that, you know, these movies had writing that was based off of other source materials. That's pretty much what it is. And so, yeah. Here are your nominees for Best Adapted Screenplay. Avengers Endgame, written by Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, written by Mika Fitzerman-Blue and Noah Harpster. The Irishman, written by Steven Zalian. Jojo Rabbit, written by Taika Waititi. Joker, written by Todd Phillips and Scott Silver. And your winner for Best Adapted Screenplay is... Joker. For me, this would have been really tough to choose between Joker and Jojo Rabbit. Like, it would have been really... Because, like, on one hand, Joker was so streamlined, and again, knew exactly, it was such a great examination of a villain. But at the same time, Jojo Rabbit's a movie that could have easily been offensive. Because again, this is about a boy, the lead character is a kid who wants to become a Nazi, and his imaginary friend is Adolf Hitler, and yet they managed to pull that off. So it's amazing. So again, it's really tough between those two, but you guys voted. Joker is your winner for Best Adapted Screenplay. And now we get to the category of Best Original Screenplay. The writing for these movies was completely built from the ground up, and now we're going to see who were the nominees and who won. Here are your nominees for Best Original Screenplay. Knives Out, written by Rian Johnson. Marriage Story, written by Noah Baumbach. Midsommar, written by Ari Aster. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, written by Quentin Tarantino. Ah, damn it, it's off center. Parasite, written by Bong Joon-ho and Han Jin-won. And your winner for Best Original Screenplay is... Parasite. Wow. I'm honestly a little bit surprised Parasite won. Not that, don't get me wrong, it's definitely had a... Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it didn't deserve the win at all, no, not that. But it's like, this movie really did reach American audiences to that level. And again, I mean, my choice would have been Knives Out, but again, I have no complaints over Parasite. Parasite, if you've seen it, or if you haven't seen it, it goes in so many different directions that you would never think it would go. Like, it's amazing what it's able to pull off. And again, I just, like, Parasite, just great writing. And so now we get to Best Director. Yeah, these are the guys who run the movie, who, like, pretty much, these are the guys in charge, these are the guys trying to make sure that the movies turn out as great as they can. And here are your nominees. Jon Favreau for The Lion King. Bong Joon-ho, Parasite. Sam Mendes, 1917. Anthony and Joe Russo for Avengers Endgame. Taika Waititi, Jojo Rabbit. And your winner for Best Director is... Let me pull it up. Anthony and Joe Russo for Avengers Endgame. This was actually getting pretty... It was actually getting pretty close between Anthony and Joe Russo and Bong Joon-ho for Parasite. But, I mean, ultimately, it's the Russo brothers who won this, and honestly, like my choice would have been Sam Mendes for 1917. But again, I'm not really going to complain about Anthony and Joe Russo winning, because they had to conclude, they had to conclude this era of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in this kind of fashion. And what they were able to pull off is astonishing. It's amazing. Again, it's just amazing how they were able to pull that off. So yeah, Anthony and Joe Russo are the winners for Best Director. Now, here we go. Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty. Now we're getting to Best Picture of the Year. Which movie did you guys vote for? Which movies that you voted for did you think was the best? Well, here we go. Now we're going to find out. Here are your nominees for Best Picture. (1917) Avengers Endgame. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. The Irishman. Jojo Rabbit. Joker. Knives Out. The Lion King. Midsommar. And Parasite. Here we go, guys. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. Here are your oh wait, actually wait. Oh, I'm just watching this real quick. 1917. I'm just getting you guys caught up. I'm just trying to get caught up on you guys. Anyway, what am I saying? Anyways, your winner for Best Picture of 2019 in the 6th Annual Nerdy Movie Awards is, drumroll emojis. The winner for Best Picture is Joker. Yeah, Joker is your winner for Best Picture of 2019. So there we go, guys. You guys chose Joker. It was really tough between a lot of these movies. Like, Parasite was getting in there. Avengers Endgame was getting in there. Even Lion King got quite a few votes. But yeah, guys. Here, that's your winner for Best Picture for this year's Nerdy Movie Awards. Is, drumroll emojis. Just watch it. The winner for Best Picture is... But yeah, guys, those are your nominees and those are your winners for the 2020 Nerdy Movie Awards, the 6th Annual Nerdy Movie Awards. Ah, dang it. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Now, after a little break, we're gonna be taking a little break here so I can, get myself a drink and whatnot. And then we're going to, to answer some questions in the chat. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, see you in a bit. Yeah, we're just taking a little break. Beep beep. There we go. We're back. Just needed to quench my thirst, because I'm a thirsty boy. Uh... So yeah, guys. If you have any questions for the stream and whatnot, yeah, just send them on in, and I'll try to answer them and whatnot. So let's go. Let's see if. Ooh. Mm. Mm. So yeah. Yeah, let's send in some questions, and yeah, let's get to some reading, shall we? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not like. Oh, what did I think of Klaus? Well, I mean, if I nominated it for Best Animated Feature, then that kind of goes without saying. I thought Klaus was brilliant. And in terms of Best Animated Feature, this Klaus would have been my second choice. My first choice would have, of course, been The Lion King. But I mean, again, if I nominated it for Best Animated Feature, it kind of goes without saying that I thought it was fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna look through some of these. And I'm going and if some of them are if some of these are actual, if some of these are questions, then I'll try yeah. Let's see. Hunter Mobley says, "Are the Globes better than the Oscars?" No, no. If anything, the Golden Globes actually, I can give you many reasons as to why the Oscars aren't corrupt. I mean, I have some issues with the Oscars, but I don't think they're corrupt. There's some evidence that shows that the Golden Globes are corrupt because. Because the voting membership of the Hollywood Foreign Press is only 60 something, which that's a low enough number to have things go wrong. That's a low enough number to have for the votes to be swayed and whatnot. Whereas with the Oscars, there's over 7,000 members of the Academy. You can't sway the votes. Now, again, I do have issues with the Oscars. I think, I feel like the individual branches should vote on the winners as well instead of the entire Academy voting on every single one of the winners. But I don't think. But yeah, I don't really I shouldn't give the Golden Globes much credence. But it's a little bit hard to, considering how big the Golden Globes are. And considering the Golden Globes nominated The Lion King for Best Animated Feature, which I will say, that wasn't the fault of the Oscars of Lion King not getting nominated, because Disney just chose not to submit it for Best Animated Feature at the Oscars, because they don't think it's animated, which I think is stupid, because it is. Even when you go onto Disney Plus, The Lion King is listed as a live-action movie. No, it's not, Disney. It's not. And some people will also try to make the argument of, well, I mean, it's their movie. They can say whatever. If they say it's animated, then it's animated. Or if Jon Favreau says if Disney says The Lion King is a live action movie, then it means it's live action. Or if Jon Favreau says The Lion King's live action, then it's live action. That doesn't mean anything. If Steven Spielberg said that Jaws was an animated movie, would you believe him? Or if Stanley Kubrick said The Shining was an animated movie, would you believe him? No, it's stupid. You don't get to say as to whether or not your movie is animated or live action. Because that's not a debate, that's not an opinion, that's a fact. It's an objectively measured fact, and yes, this is where objectivity can come in. Now, it's subjective as to whether or not you think it's a good animated movie or not. That's an opinion. But whether or not The Lion King is live action or animated is not up for opinion. It is animated. There is a you can quantifiably measure that. You can prove The Lion King remake is animated. I don't know why this turned into a into another Lion King rant, but here we are. So no, the Golden Globes are not better than the Oscars. If anything, they really shouldn't be given much credence. Even though I watched the Golden Globes and wait, what the oh yeah, the media source said oh yeah, this like some people were saying yeah, Hunter Mobley said, "Yeah, Christian, can you boot this guy with his negativity?" Probably referring to the media store. No, I'm not gonna do that. Like, if it persists, if the negativity persists, maybe like if he just starts to become a troll. But like let's face it, we all say some stupid things. We all try to, like every one of us says something stupid. You've said something stupid. I've said something stupid. I've even believed some really stupid things, or at least people have tried to influence me to believe in stupid things. I'm not gonna get into that, but no, this is all we make mistakes that we learn, and hopefully we can better ourselves as people. So, yeah, I'm not gonna ban him over for just saying that. Like, again, as long as he understands my point of view and he's not gonna become like a troll, then he's fine. So, yeah. Hunter Mobley says, should I give Marvel movies a good shot? I've heard good things. That's what Hunter Mobley says. I'm surprised you haven't seen Marvel movies at this point. Like, you have not seen a single Marvel movie at this point. Like, really? I'm honestly shocked. And, Drew Datesman says, definitely, man, it's better than DC. He thinks it's better than DC. I think it's better than DC. Yeah, I think for the most part, movies based on Marvel comics are better than DC. Not because no, let's just be clear. I'm not I like Marvel, so fuck DC, or I love DC, so fuck Marvel. No, I love both Marvel and DC. Do I think Marvel has made consistently better movies? Yeah. But at the same time, in my top 10 favorite comic book movies of all time, the top two spots, number 2 is Joker, and number 1's the Dark Knight trilogy. And those are DC movies. So, Again, if you haven't seen Marvel movies, then you really should try to check them out. Like, some of them are really good. Thor: The Dark World sucks, yeah. And I will say, there are different kinds of Marvel movies. There's the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And that's the one with, like, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant-Man, Captain Marvel, Black Panther, The Incredible Hulk. Although The Incredible Hulk, there's two different Hulk movies. There's Hulk and The Incredible Hulk. Hulk, that came out in 2003, directed by Ang Lee, is not part of the MCU. The Incredible Hulk, starring Edward Norton, is part of the MCU. However, they recast Edward Norton in The Avengers, where we have Mark Ruffalo, and he's now Hulk. But the Incredible Hulk is part of the MCU. Spider-Man gets a little bit tricky, though, because for the most part, Sony owns Spider-Man. Like, the Spider-Man movies, for the most part, aren't connected to the MCU. Like, the Tobey Maguire movies are not connected to the MCU. Spider-Verse is not connected to the MCU. The Amazing Spider-Man movies are not connected to the MCU. The Venomverse, that's a debate. We have to see where that goes. We have to see where the Venomverse goes, because I'm starting to think that it could be part of the MCU. I'm not saying it is, there's a possibility. But the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, like Spider-Man Homecoming, Far From Home, those are connected to the MCU, yes. The X-Men movies, none of them are connected to the MCU. Deadpool, none of them are connected to the MCU. Look up, the different kinds of Marvel movies and whatnot, and see and you'll get caught up. I don't know why Hunter Mobley keeps talking about G-Force. G-Force? Let's see. Let's see if there's any other questions here. Okay. Uh. Okay. Media Store says one's got to go. Ari Aster or Ang Lee? Well, to be fair, I haven't seen a lot of Ang Lee's movies. Yeah. Well, okay. I've seen Hulk. I've seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I've seen. Okay, well, so here's the thing. I feel like I don't know if I'm ready to put Ari Aster there yet because Ang Lee has made, or Ang Lee, I don't know how you pronounce his name. Ari Aster has made 2 movies, Hereditary and Midsommar. Ang Lee has a much larger has a much larger filmography, so I'm not ready to say yet. All I will say is that Ari Aster has although weirdly enough I actually watched Hulk, the 2003 Hulk, last night. Good God, that movie's worse than I remember it being. That movie's terrible. It was so boring. The Media Store says, who voted Hellboy? I assume for best makeup? Well, people who voted on there voted for... Again, look! Again, Hellboy, like Hellboy winning best makeup. That was not... It's not best picture, it's best makeup and hairstyling. Like hair and makeup. So they're not praising the movie, they're just praising the makeup of Hellboy, which, again, I feel like was well deserving. I mean, well, granted, I think, Bombshell would have been my choice, but yeah. Let's see if there's... The Lighthouse was weird. Yeah, The Lighthouse is weird, but I thought it was great. Usually I'm not a proponent of fart jokes, but they managed to make this work. And, I couldn't tell you what The Lighthouse was about, honestly. I really could not tell you what it was about. It is a crazy movie. Really crazy. I couldn't tell you a single thing what that movie was about, but good God, it's fascinating. Media source says Seth over Will? Look, Seth Rogen was a perfect Pumbaa in my opinion. Again, my choice would have been Will, my choice would have been Will Smith, but again, tough year. It's tough competition. Let's see. God. Oh, why wasn't Pureflix? Why Pokestar? A lot of these are just Okay, he says a lot of questions. I'll get to why wasn't Pokestar says why wasn't Pureflix itself in the villain list? Well, it wasn't I get the joke. But yeah, Pureflix is just garbage. I honestly think Unplanned is their worst movie yet. So, yeah. Pureflix is just so stupid. Pokestar says, Disney says it's live action. Then what if the people behind Joker said Joker was a romantic comedy? Again, I feel like that's not as big of a stretch as calling The Lion King live action. I don't think it's as far a stretch as that. But I will say, I will agree, studios don't get to decide. Now, there are some movies where I don't know what the genre of the movie is. I don't know what genre The Lighthouse is, or Parasite. That, you could interpret that as you will, but I'm just talking about the film medium in of itself. Live action versus animated. These are two things you cannot deny. So yeah. Let's see, Pokestar says, what, I've said stupid stuff. I said leprechauns give you leprosy. Well, shit. Well, no, I've said some stupid stuff, but I mean, I've said some really stupid stuff, almost, I don't want to get into it, because I know I'm a better person nowadays, and I've changed, but we've said some really stupid stuff, and some of us have said worse stuff than others. What's a bad movie you want to see a remake of? Oh boy, yeah. There are so many bad movies I think I could see great remakes of. Or even, because like I feel like again, there's no downside to a remake, but that's a really good question, ProkaryArts. That's a really good question. One movie that I would love to see a remake of is Manos: The Hands of Fate. That's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. But if like Ari Aster got his hands on that and remade that, holy shit! Like who knows what he could do? What are some other bad movies I would love to see remakes of? Because again, there's a lot of other movies I think would make like a lot of good movies. I think would be really cool to be remade as well. Like for example, I would love to see a modernization of The Wizard of Oz. I would love to see a modernization of Labyrinth. Like Labyrinth would be really cool. See, like like the Jim Henson Labyrinth. Like I also funny enough like he does. What's a good movie you want to see a remake of? Again, well, I've already started saying that. Yeah, I think The Wizard of Oz would make a really good remake. I think, again, Labyrinth would make such a great remake. And I will say, it will be tough to try to replace David Bowie, but I think I know the answer. I think I know the guy who I would cast as Jareth. Like, Jareth the Goblin King. Who would I cast? Hold on. I'm trying to pull up a picture of this guy, because I think he would make it'd be a pretty different kind of Jareth, but oh my god, this would be perfect. Like, this guy would just be just glamorous. Oh, yep, there he is. And funny, I was actually just talking about this with a friend yesterday, because again, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Labyrinth. It's a pretty old movie. It's a Jim Henson movie in the 80s. But, yeah, let me just, pull out the picture of this guy, who I would cast as Jareth. I know it's taking me forever, but I really think he would be awesome as Jareth. Again, if I were making the movie, I mean, it all depends on, on what the story needs and whatnot, but if it were me, if I had the power, if I were making a Labyrinth remake, this guy would be my choice to play Jareth the Goblin King. And it's Adam Lambert. Adam Lambert would be my choice to play Jareth. Oops, I need to... Dashboard. Oh, shoot. Hold on, I need to... Alright, there we go. Yeah. Adam Lambert would be my choice to play Jareth. This guy... Could you just see this guy as like more of a rock star kind of Jareth? Like, this would be so cool. Like, he would be so cool as Jareth. Oh, God, I just think he would be awesome as Jareth the Goblin King. I think he would be awesome. Some other movies that I would love to see remade. I'd also like to, what others would I love to see remade? Well, oddly enough, one of my choices would have been Bambi, but that's already getting a remake. No. It's not Adam Lamberg. It's Adam Lambert. At Lambert. Like Lambert. Now, if that guy sounds familiar, he was a runner-up on American Idol, but he also sings for Queen. Yeah, the Queen. Yeah, he does the Freddie Mercury vocals now. Whenever they go on tour, they're known as Queen and Adam Lambert. He's just watch this guy. When this show's done, look up Queen and Adam Lambert Oscars, because they did an Oscars performance a couple of years ago, and oh my god, this guy nailed it. He nails it. And I'm telling you, yeah. Oh yeah, Devon Cinema says, hello Christian. Hello Devon Cinema. I don't know who you are, but hi. Welcome to the stream. Lamborghini? Oh boy. Uh, yeah, Oh! Another movie I would love to see a remake of. Another good movie I'd love to see a remake of. The Prince of Egypt. The animated movie. I mean, for one, I think that's easily the best religious film ever made. Like, it's so good. But imagine that as like a musical epic. Like, oh my god, that would be so cool. That would be so cool to see that happen. Like, oh god, I love that. What are some, like, I'm trying to think of any other movies that were bad that I think we could be. If you remade After Earth a certain way, I could see the potential in After Earth. I really could. Like, there's some cool things you could do with that. Uh, but yeah, that's what I got right now. Ooh, another. Oh wait, I just remember another movie that could be remade. What is it called? There's a movie. It's an old movie you guys probably never heard of called Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. And basically, this is a movie about a woman who, like a white woman who brings her boyfriend, a black man, and she has him over for dinner with his parents. Now, keep in mind, this was in like the 1950s, 1960s. So this was like, whoa, wait, they're treading on new territory here. Like, an interracial couple? Like, that was like really risky back then. And imagine remaking that today. Imagine remaking, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner now, but not only can the couple be an interracial couple, but what if it's a gay couple? Because again, that's really relevant nowadays. It's like, whoa, this is treading on new territory. And I feel like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner is one of those movies that I really feel like can stand the test of time. And one thing that could make a really good remake is modern context. The modern context in which, for some movies, when you're remaking a movie for modern context, I think is just a great idea because you can see how the same message and ideas can still be relevant even today, and you show that with in the movies and whatnot. I think it's great. Pokesaurus says, have you ever seen a movie from the 60s called The Vulture? No. I've heard of the villain The Vulture from Spider-Man Far Homecoming, but no, I've not seen The Vulture. Hello, okay. Pokesaurus says, I saw Labyrinth, I'm neutral to it. It has some problems, it has some issues. I'm actually going to try to rewatch Labyrinth here pretty soon. Let's see. Devin Cinema says, I would love to see The Wizard of Oz remade too. Again, I think it could be really cool. Devin Cinema says, are you excited for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Honestly, yes. I really want to know what this movie's going to be like. Because, yes, look, the fan base can get kind of weird at times. But this is a really cool concept. And if you play this up right, this would be really cool. And, although I will say Chris Columbus is directing it, and let's face it, Chris Columbus is a very hit-or-miss director. Like, he'll direct some movies like, the original Gremlins, or Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, but he's also directed movies like Pixels, and, which I thought was good. I thought Pixels was alright, but the majority of people really hated that movie. So he's a very hit-or-miss director. I have to really see the trailers and whatnot and see how are they doing this movie. Now, I think I heard this is going to be more like this is going to add some comedic elements, which I get considering it's kind of a weird situation. Or, wait, did they announce that or no? I don't know. But I am interested in seeing this Five Nights at Freddy's movie and seeing what they're going to pull off with it. So, yeah. Okay, Pokesaurus says, the film called The Vulture is just a boring horror film that's not scary or thrilling, and at the end, the Vulture is just a balding guy in a vulture suit. Well, I mean, spoilers. He also says, I really liked Pixels. Again, I thought Pixels was alright, I had my issues with it, but again, I definitely didn't think it was Adam Sandler's worst work, like Jack and Jill, 8 Crazy Nights, Blended, Grown Ups 2, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Like, Sandler crossed the line years ago. So it's like, I easily don't think it's his worst work. Not at all. Let's see what else there is. Boop 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 boop. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see. PokeStar says, "Sorry, I spoiled a film that was never been released on DVD. That's fine. I've never even I've never even heard of the Vulture. But we just gotta be a little bit more careful in the future, okay? Okay. Alright, let me look up the Vulture. Ah, damn it. There's not even no critics on Rotten Tomatoes who have even reviewed the Vulture. So like, it doesn't even have a poster on there on Rotten Tomatoes. So, yeah, let's see. Devin Cinema says, well, Scott Cawthon, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, is writing the script, so as long as he's writing the story, I know the movie's in good hands. Don't count on that. Because look, I mean, again, I'm excited for. I'm looking forward to this movie, but Scott Cawthon writing the script for Five Nights at Freddy's isn't really good. Actually, is he even writing this? Like, actually, I gotta look it up. Let me look it up. Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Is he writing this? Is he? I'll give you my reasons as to why I wouldn't count on it. Like, why I wouldn't really... Okay, looks like on IMDb it says he's writing the screenplay, so who knows, but here's why I'm not really why Scott Cawthon writing the movie doesn't really do it for me. And it's because yeah, he's a game developer, but he's not a filmmaker. Some things might look good in a game, but not in a movie. And plus, keep in mind, Five Nights at Freddy's doesn't really have a narrative. I mean, what it really is like, it's the, you just kind of survive the night, but it's not like but it's very different than trying to write a narrative for a feature-length film. So, again, that's not, like, Scott Cawthon writing this movie is not going to get me any excited. In fact, if anything, it makes me a little bit worried because he's never made a movie before. And considering this is, it's a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, it's going to be kind of a big kind of pop culture thing. So it's like, now, like, again, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm not going to, well, how do I describe it? Making a game is really, really different than making a movie. Like, it is really, really different than trying to make a movie. So, yeah, Scott Cawthon writing Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie doesn't really do it for me. So, yeah. I think I might call it off at 6. Is that okay? I think we've been going for about 2 hours now. I think 6 o'clock. I think 6 o'clock would be a good time to stop. 'Cause, I gotta eat. You gotta eat. We all gotta do things. But yeah. Once 6 o'clock hits, I'm gonna give my outro, and we're gonna close up shop here. Again, thank you guys for watching and whatnot. I do love doing these live streams. It's really fun. So yeah. I think I might call it off at 6. Is that okay? I think we've been going for about 2 hours now. I think 6 o'clock. I think 6 o'clock would be a good time to stop. Again, that's pretty much how long the delay is. Ooh, wait. Okay, yeah. The stream was kind of going weird for a second. Okay, yeah. So yeah, time to get your last questions in. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. I live in West Virginia. Um. But yeah, but yeah, once if you can, like Doremi Kyo, said Garfield. I don't know who Doremi Kaioi is. I don't know if it's someone who lives here or in referring to Garfield, because we have a cat named Garfield. You've probably seen him in my Captain Marvel review, because he kind of looks like Goose. He looks like Goose. The cat. Goose. Goose. But yeah. You and me should do a Okay, Devin Cinema says, you and me should do a Hannahcast live stream together. I'd be so down for that. I don't really know you. I don't again, unless you're someone I know on Facebook or something like that. Thank you for the offer, but however, I don't really know you that well, and so yeah, yeah, it's again, it's nothing against you, but it's just like when it comes to co-hosts and whatnot, I prefer to do it with people that I know a little bit more, that I actually am friends with in real life. Because again, have you seen any David Lynch movies? Well, I couldn't name any David Lynch movies, so I can't say. So yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't know a David Lynch movie if I saw it. Like at some point I'll try to see some, but you know, again, it's just a matter of trying to catch up with everything and whatnot. So yeah. And yeah, looks like unless we get any last minute questions, this is time for your. This is about time for your last minute questions. Last minute questions, people. I will. Yeah, it's time for last minute questions. I'll try to answer quickly, and I will probably close up. I'll probably close up shop around here. And you know, that'll be it for this episode of the Hannahcast. So, anything else? Anything last you guys want to try to say? Media Store says you should check them out. Again, maybe at some point I'll try to check them out. Have you seen... Pokestore says, have you seen Things? Nope, I haven't seen Things. I've never even heard of Things. So, no. I haven't even seen Stranger Things. Things is a horror film from Canada. Well, I saw that in the chat recently. No, I have not seen Things. Very low budget. Yeah, again, I could tell from the... Yeah, I saw that earlier. So, yeah. And again, I think that might do it for us, guys. Thank you for watching this episode of the Hannahcast, and which also is the 2020 Nerdy Movie Awards. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this. Thank you guys for voting. Thank you guys for a 6th year of these award shows. I really do like the Nerdy Movie Awards. What do you think of... Oh, what do you think about... Oh, J Mojo, Doremi, do you think Garfield and Cookie should be in it? It's probably someone from who lives here. What are your thoughts on Willy Wonka remake that's been announced? I don't know if they said there was going to be a Willy Wonka remake. They just said it was going to be sort of more like I don't know what it is. Like they said they're going to try to do a sort of like a prequel about him. I don't know. again, I have to see who they'll announce as the filmmakers or whatnot. But yeah, before you guys go, be sure to check out my Patreon, patreon.com/ChristianTylerHannah. I have 2 tiers. One of them is a tier where one of them is $2 where you can have your name in the beginning of my videos, like see Kent Good right there. And you have $5, which gets you all the other perks, including that and the Hannahcast audio only version, the Hannahcast after show where we get into politics and whatnot, or anything we really want to talk about, who knows. And also I'm going to start uploading things like audio commentaries with friends and whatnot, like some cool stuff like that. So yeah. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure that subscribe button is not left red. Make sure that button is gray. And hit the bell icon to be notified for more videos. If you want to support the channel, and be sure to subscribe as much as you can because we want to we want to be able to get to 1,000 subscribers, so that because once I get to 1,000 subscribers, you guys can start sending in super chats. And if you don't have money to do super chats, well, that's okay, because you can start getting money now, starting getting Google Play points through Google Rewards. It's an app. It's a phone app, and it gives you Google Points rewards for surveys and whatnot. And so you can just do that, and then send those, and you can use those for super chats for me once I get to 1,000 subscribers. But however, yeah, we do need 1,000 subscribers, so keep on subscribing. Keep hitting that subscribe button. Also, if you just want to support us in general, we have a tip link, which is streamelements.com/christiansreviews/tip, where you can send money at least $5, and it'll show up as like a message or question. You can send in question tips and whatnot through Stream Elements. And if you just want to follow my regular social media antics, you can find me at Mr. C. Hannah on Twitter. And so that about does it for the Hannahcast, guys. Yeah, guys. Oh, oh, excuse me. But yeah, guys. Bye. Bye. Oh.